Hello everyone, welcome to the electromagnetic fields class. Today we are going to discuss about the types of fields. In the last lecture, we have seen the point form of Ampere circuit law and the significance of the curl. Now, the curl will changes depends upon the type of the fields. Today we are going to discuss about different types of fields, and we will see its nature, typical nature, how the field will be looking like, and also the condition for the divergence and the curl. So before going to that field and the conditions, let us see how many different types of fields which are existing here. One is a solenoid and other one is a non-solenoid. In the solenoid, you can see it can be irrotational or it can be rotational. Based upon these types of the fields, we can able to observe that whether the divergence can be 0 or not, and also whether the curl will be 0 or non-zero. So let us move ahead with one by one. With the first one, if you see, this is one type of field which is a solenoid and irrotational. If you observe that if it is a solenoid, then the divergence which is divergence which is in is exactly equal to the divergence out. So that's why you can't able to see the variation in the input and the output. Okay, so if you draw a line, suppose I'll just draw a line here. If I am drawing a vertical line here, which is exactly parallel to the lines of force which you can able to see. So the region which is exactly here, okay, so the forces is exactly equal towards the other side of that line. It clearly mentioned that in a solenoid, so the divergence existing, the incoming divergence is equal to the field which is leaving at this particular point of time. Okay, so let us see the conditions for this. So as the divergence is 0, there are two conditions which I am going to discuss here. Let us think that this is a field f bar is a field. So I will be taking a divergence. So divergence, as you all know, that it can be taken as a dot product with that particular vector, and also the curl can be taken as a del with the cross product with respect to the field. Now today we are going to discuss whether this field is equal to 0 or whether it is not equal to 0. Okay, and first of all, as we have seen in the previous class, the curl will exist whenever there is some rotation in that field, and you can able to observe this is the typical nature which I have shown you in this picture, that all the vectors which are coming in is equally leaving at one particular point of time, and also this field is not rotational. It is moving linearly, and you can able to observe that there is no rotation. And as per the earlier discussions in the previous lectures, we have seen that whenever there is no rotation, then we can say that there is no curl. When there is no curl, then this curl of f bar is nothing but one field which you have taken here. F bar is any kind of field. Okay, and when there is no curl, when there is no rotation, then the curl is equal to 0, because there is no rotation, hence the curl is 0. Okay, and if you see here about the divergence, there is no divergence, as we have discussed in the Gauss law, that whenever the volume shrinks to 0, it happens that if you take any one particular point, whether it can be the velocity vectors or whether it can be any kind of vectors, or the flow or the pressure. So at one particular point, the incoming field is more and the leaving field will be more, or it can be less or more, but not equal to it. Okay, so we can in simple way we can able to say that there will be no sink, there will be no source. Okay, there can be neither source nor a sink. So hence we can say that here the divergence is also absent. So this divergence del dot f bar can also be written as a 0. So this is one type of field which is a solenoid, and it is a irrotational, where the divergence of f is 0 because there is no divergence existing in this picture, and also as there is no rotation, we can say that the curl is also equal to 0. Okay. So let us see some other type of the fields. The other one is a non-solenoid and irrotational. Okay, and if we can able to see, first of all we'll write the condition, the same conditions for the divergence, del dot f bar. Okay, and the curl equation, which is del cross f bar. One is the dot product, one other one is a cross product. And let us again start from here. So this cross product, which is the rotational movement, which is the curl, it is not existing here. If you can able to see here, this vectors, no, this field is not rotating. Okay, so this field is not rotating. Whenever there is no rotational movement, then we can able to say that the curl is not existing. When the curl is not existing, it is directly equal to 0. So in the previous field and this particular field, we can say that both are irrotational, where there is no rotation which can be observed. So we can able to say that the curl is equal to 0 in the first case as well as in the second case. Now let us see about the divergence. So whether the divergence can be equal to 0 or not equal to 0. So for that, so again I am drawing a line. For example, I will be drawing a line here. Okay, so drawing a line. If you can able to observe, the field at this point is not equal to the field at this point. If you can able to see, there is a change in the field at the incoming point and the outgoing point. Okay, so if you can able to see here, this field is very less, whereas the field is more, it is emerging at this area. Then we can able to say that the divergence is present in this case, because it can able to produce either a sink or a source. Okay, so now here in this case, as the divergence is existing, because at one place the field is less and at the other place the field is more, at that moment of time we can able to say that, so the divergence is existing. Okay, so now this del dot f bar is not equal to 0 because there is a divergence. Okay, so either it can able to create a sink or either it can able to create a source. Okay, so these are the two things where we can able to see that both are irrotational, but one is a solenoid and other one is a non-solenoid. Okay, so in the solenoid the divergence is always equal to 0, because in a solenoid at one particular point, if you see, the vector at one side is equal to the vectors at the other side. Okay, the field at one side, the field generated due to the vectors at one side is equal to the field generated due to the vectors at the other side. Okay, so the divergence is 0, and as it is not rotational, we can say it is irrotational, then the curl is also 0. So this is the second case. Now we will see the third case where there is a rotational movement here. By seeing the picture, you can able to clearly understand that there is some rotation which is happening and there is a curl which is happening here. Okay, so by looking at this picture, you can able to say that the curl of the vector is not equal to 0, because the curl is existing. When it is existing, we can't say that it is equal to 0. It is not, it is equal to 0. Okay, we can say that the curl is present and hence it is not equal to 0. And what about the divergence? So divergence can be written as del dot f bar. So whether it is 0 or not, we will see here. Okay, so draw a straight line here, and you can able to observe that the field here is exactly equal to the field on the other side. So when both the sides are equal, again we can able to say that there is neither a sink, neither a source. Neither a source is created, neither a sink is created. Hence there is no divergence. When there is no divergence, then the divergence of that particular field is equal to 0. As simple as this. Okay, so whenever there is a solenoid, you can say that the divergence is 0, as you have seen in the first case as well as in the third case. Okay, because for a solenoid at any point you can able to see that so the vectors which are the incoming vectors, the field created, so exactly is equal to the other side of that particular point. Okay, so which creates that the divergence is equal to 0, and there will be no sink created and there will be no source which is created. Okay, and here as you can able to see, the vector is rotating. We can able to say that the curl is existing, because you can able to see there is a curl. Okay, so curling, this is called as a curl whenever it is a rotating something like this. So there is some curl which is existing, and when the curl is existing, so this is not equal to 0. Fine. So here is one small activity you can able to know. I'm just pausing the video here for just uh, 20 seconds, and the question is, this is the other type of the field. So here you need to write down the conditions for this. Okay, so the condition for the divergence, del dot f bar, okay, and the condition for the curl. You need to tell whether the divergence is existing or not, whether it is equal to or not equal to 0. In the same way for the curl, whether it is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. Okay, so you can able to take a time of 20 seconds. Just put your answer in the comment box. Just think so that how the other fields, the other type of the fields in the first, second and the third cases, how it is being written. And by seeing this field you can able to observe that it is a non-solenoid. Okay, because in a simple language you can say that if it is a solenoid, it will be symmetry if you draw a line which is parallel to that field. Okay, and in a non-solenoid you can able to say that it is not symmetry. Okay, I am giving a lot of hints. If it is not symmetry, obviously divergence is existing. Okay, and by seeing the picture, tell me whether is the field is non-solenoid or solenoid based upon the symmetry you can able to observe, or which is not observed here. And by seeing the picture, by seeing that field, you can also able to say whether it is a rotational or whether it is not rotational. Okay, so well, we will see this. So you can able to see if I am drawing a line here. Okay, so draw a line, because whenever you want to observe a symmetry, so this is not equal to this. Okay, so the area here with the corresponding field is not equal to the area which is on the other side of this parallel line which I have drawn. Okay, so this will result into either a sink or it will be resulting into either a source. So when this is resulting, you can simply say there is a divergence. There is a divergence. So divergence is existing. Okay, so what you can able to write here, when the divergence is existing, this is not equal to 0. This is not equal to 0 because divergence is existing, right? And you can able to observe this field that it is a rotating. Okay, so if you see slowly, even though it is diverting no, in some of the areas, but still you can able to observe a circular motion towards the center. Okay, the field is continuously rotating around this particular point which is shown here at the center. So as it is rotating, again we can able to say that it is also not equal to 0. The curl is also not equal to 0 because there is a curl which is existing. There is a curl which is existing because it is rotating something like this. It is rotating. Whenever it is rotating, and you can able to observe the rotation. Okay, so then you can able to say that there is a curl, and when there is a curl, then it is not equal to 0, right? So a simple thing. So in the divergence and the curl, so the only thing you can able to see say is whenever it is rotating, then the curl is existing. Whenever it is existing, then it is not equal to 0. Okay, and a divergence in the sense you can able to see at one side the field is suppose less or more, and on the other side the field is more. It can be the flow of water, it can be the flow of air, anything you can able to take here and you can able to observe. Okay, and if you want to check, draw a line which is exactly parallel to this and check the area on one side and check the area on the other side and try to observe the differences. So if it is not symmetrical, you can able to say that the divergence is existing, and when the divergence is existing, you can able to say, so divergence of that field is not equal to 0. So this is a basic concept of the divergence and the curl, and Hope you are very clear, and other than these four fields, if any kind of a field is given, you can able to easily identify whether the divergence is 0 or non-zero, and whether the curl is 0 and or non-zero, right? So we'll see more number of numerical problems on the curl and also on the divergence. And other thing you need to remember is, whenever there is a divergence, so it should be a dot product, and whenever it is a curl, so it is a cross product. You can able to observe the dot product in the divergence, and you can able to observe the cross product in the curl. Okay, so right, thank you. We'll be coming up with more numerical problems on solving for the curl and the divergence in the next lectures. So thank you.